In this programme we often talk about accessories and things you could fit in your motorhome. But there's something you might not have considered. The seats in the cab. There are all kinds of improvements that can be made here. It rather depends on how much you want to spend. The fact is that seats in the cab do get worn. And if there are sections that are worn, it's not a bad idea to get a professional to make a slip-on cover that completely encloses everything and looks almost like new. Almost like new. A better way still, if you spend the money, is to have the whole thing reupholstered. And then there's even one more step you can take. If you're prepared to spend the cash as I did, I had completely new seats fitted from scratch. I did say to the upholsterer though, I don't want them in any old fabric. I'd like them please to embody this dark trim, because that's the trim I've got on the seating in the living quarters. And there's another thing, I'd like to have armrests finished in leather like this. And the headrests, let's dispense with those and have a head constraint that forms part and parcel of the back. And the results are truly impressive. But that wasn't quite the end of the story. I like the idea when all this space here in the cab can be integrated into the living area, and it makes it all bigger. But you can't do that until you've got seats that rotate. Now, unfortunately, in many layouts and on some seats, you can't have this rotating facility. But on these you could, and you could buy a special turntable that's fitted underneath between the seat itself and the seat base. Great, except some people have found that when they add the turntable, the height of the seat is such that their feet don't actually touch the ground comfortably when they're driving along on the road. That can be solved as well. In many motorhomes, you can replace the seat base underneath with a lower one that compensates for the addition of the turntable. Fine, but wouldn't it be better if we could also embrace this section, the driver's seat? Oh no, we've got a problem. It hits the steering wheel. I wonder if there's a solution for this. Well, in motorhomes that were built around 2000 and a few years afterwards, yes there was, because the steering wheels didn't have airbags. And there were specialists who would sell you this kind of arrangement where the steering wheel simply came off and then you had space to complete the operation. Now, in the last 2 or 3 years, the base vehicle manufacturers have solved this by rearranging the geometry, and you don't need to remove the wheel to swivel the seat. But look at the benefits. We now have all this extra space to add to the living area. Oh, and there's one more thing. That is actually a very good security aid. No one's going to steal my caravan when there's no steering wheel, so I can simply go off secure for the day.